Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Xantho here, and today is going to be an update on the League starter that I've been brainstorming. That is the Facebreaker Ancestral Warchief Champion. I have decided to kind of tweak the build a bit, lose a little bit of damage. We'll go from about 7.2 million to 6.2 million on the starter gear. However, the build is even cheaper now because we're only going with one large cluster jewel, and one medium cluster jewel, and one normal jewel, instead of two larges, three mediums, and like 4 or 5 normal jewels. So it should be quite a bit cheaper, and it's considerably tankier because I have worked in block. Now, I've said in the past in previous videos that I think block is a little bit of a fake EHP. However, if you have good mitigation in other places and you have good recovery, it's okay. So I have worked in block. I have 50% attack block and 44% spell block. This is non-glancing blows. This is real block through Versatile Combatant. So I'm getting 72% real block chance, and then Versatile Combatant converts the extra 22% because it caps your block at 50%. But you can exceed that with stuff like this. You can go 52%, but that'll reduce your spell block because it reduces your overcap. So I don't see any really real way to increase my spell block without going like Tempest Shield or something, and I just don't have the reservation for that right now. Besides, Tempest Shield would way overcap me. I only need 6%. So Versatile Combatant is really good, kind of a stopgap as a defensive line. So I picked up these ones for extra block, life on block, 5%, 1% block per 5% on shield. Unfortunately, two Kohamas Forge only has 25% block, which is pretty low for a shield. So it's only 5% extra block, but that gets me from 34% spell block to 44, which is considerable. These are actually really good damage nodes. So as I said, only losing a million DPS on the starter gears. 6.2 million is still more than enough to do like Shaper. I did a test run of Shaper just about 5 minutes ago, and not Uber Shaper, but just normal Shaper, and it went really well. It was really easy. He went down pretty quick. The ad phases were completely fine. Was really in no danger whatsoever, and it was actually a pretty quick run. It was less than 5 minutes, surprisingly. I have a character that's a totem build, a melee totem build that's this early geared. That's actually pretty impressive. So once again, worked in block, removed a large cluster jewel, removed 3 extra medium cluster jewels, removed like 4 normal jewels. So you only gotta have 1 large cluster, 1 medium, and 1 jewel. So that's all you need for on the jewel side of things. So back in game here, here's the character. I went here. We did lose some life. We lost about a 750 life, but it's honestly worth it for mapping scenarios because you really don't need the tankiness for bosses because they're. I mean, you do need the tankiness for bosses, but you're gonna have your most defense against bosses because they're gonna be the ones that are gonna be taunted continuously. Because you're really not gonna have a bunch of taunt when you're clearing, because the enemies are probably going to hit you before your totems can hit them and taunt them. And once again, taunt on pinnacle bosses does not work to alter their focus. They're not going to start attacking the totem instead of you. However, the effects of taunt do work. So, like the additional effects, such as from Conqueror, the 20% less damage taken, and then the 10% less damage taken from taunt itself. So that's like 30% less damage taken. It's not actually how it works. It's on a less than 1 multiplicative basis, so it's 0.8 times 0.9, which I think is like 0.72. So it's like 28% less damage taken, if you want to think about it in that terms. So let's just do a city square. I'm going to do some Blight real quick. I'm going to do Elder Scarab, Bestiary Scarab, and Blight. Because Blight, this build is pretty good for Blight. Blight's really not that hard to begin with because you just build your towers. But this actually is my first test with just with the block in a mapping scenario. We'll see how tanky it is. So So I got block, I have overleech, I have a bunch of taunt, a bunch of less damage taken, fortify, and as I said, considerable amounts of leech. And a build that does quite a bit of damage for the investment. So as long as my totems are actually attacking things, it's kind of hard to die. Because the... I say that as I just get chunked. But my leech came in clutch. What is casting ice wall there? Frost wall. I think it's this dude. I need to get a mark on him. What is everything casting frost wall now? Oh, this boy is scary. Yeah, that's fine. We're not in a 10,000 juice map, so it's not that scary. Besides, those are terrible beasts. I just don't know why I'm even killing those. Must just to demonstrate the build. Pretty good for strong boxes. Clears them out really quick. Now let's do some Blight. Oh, damn. Can't use... I'm still going to use that, but then where is the immune one? I can't tell because it hasn't started yet. I'm going to put a frost one there. Yeah, this is pretty good for Blight. You just place your totems down and they kind of... I mean, because they last like 20.4 seconds, so they kind of just hold down lanes by themselves. Even if one of them can hold down a lane completely independently of you for 20 seconds, so that's pretty good. Whoa! I did not see those extra... Holy shit, I'm actually gonna fail this. Yeah, I did not see that. That was a bad spawn for Blight. I did not notice that backside spawn. Regardless, Blight's pretty dangerous sometimes because of the shotgunning fireball prods that some enemies like to throw at you in Blight. So, but this actually is a pretty good Blight build, other than if you're completely absent-mindedly not even looking at where your spawns are. Let's do the harvest over here. There was a harvest over here. Because harvest can be pretty rippy. Go with this one. Can you not like go all the way over there, please? No, Avarak, those are the annoying ones. I guess it wasn't too bad. Ooh. T4 seed. My FPS. There's gonna go invulnerable and spawn enemies. Not even a good life force. I mean, what are they called? Sacred? Or not sacred? Sacred's what you get from Oshabi. It's the map for Oshabi. Can't remember the name of it. Well, anyway, that's the update for today. Overly long video, but that's it. Peace out, you guys.